Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys? I am very excited to be with you today. As always, this is probably my favorite time is when I get to spend with you, showing you how to make some really fun projects. I think it is just the best time, right? Do you guys have a good time? I hope so. Let me know in the comments below and definitely hit that subscribe button and share. I'm really trying to grow this channel, guys. Help me out. I would appreciate it so much. I'm going to bring you the coolest project. Wait until you check this out. It is so fun. It is a gift card holder and it is using our Slimline envelopes that are in the mini catalog. They are super cool. They come in this really pretty green, white, and gray. We're going to do a green one today, but they are super cool. They're these long envelopes with this really cool flap on them. Isn't that pretty, that decorative flap? And you can see it here on the gray one. I will show you the inside. I made the coolest project with it, and I was inspired by something that my upline showed me. So an upline is just somebody that you are under when you choose to sell or do these you know, sell Stampin' Up products. And her name is Melissa, and she really helped me out with this. It's something she shared and I totally changed it. She used a totally different stamp set. So mine looks nothing like hers, which is what I love about stamping, right? You can totally copy a project and yours can look completely different. So let's look at the inside. So as you can see, I undid my little red and white twine here, and when you open it up, you have a spot here to write whatever you want to say. And then look at this really cool area. So many really neat things here. We've used the embossing folders, these awesome mini embossing folders here that are by called Stripes and Splatters. I use those on this big ticket. The tickets are from this piece. A lot of this is from the designer series paper, so definitely get your hands on that. I even changed the liner on the inside to match my project. And then when you pull on this piece of twine, out comes a gift card. How cool is this, guys? Are you impressed or what? I think it's great. This comes completely out if you want to. You could write something on the back, or you could just, you know, they could slide it back in. But how fun is this gift card holder? I think it's amazing. And any person who loves baseball would love this. I did it as a birthday. And so let's go ahead and get started. Definitely check out Your Biggest Fan. It's on page 69 of the 2022 January to June mini catalog, and it is on my sidebar of my blog, inkyhandswarmhearts.com. So if you go there, you can check it out. If you are interested in being one of my customers and you don't have a demonstrator, let me know. I'd be happy to get you your own copy of the catalog to have in your hands so that you can flip through while your husband is watching something stupid on TV that you're not interested in, because doesn't that always happen? Oh my gosh. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Let me move these products out of the way. And we're going to start first with our envelope. That is the key, okay? So our envelope is our base. And I'm going to put this one over here in the corner closed. So here is the green one. We're going to use this. This is what it looks like on the inside. And we're going to use our Simply Scored. I love this tool, and I know you guys have seen me use it a ton. So we are going to start on this side here, and we are going to score the long side at 4 inches and 4 1/8. Okay, and so this envelope is just shy of 9 inches. So the halfway point is 4 1/2, but we definitely want this piece to come over, right? And be tucked like so. And so what we did is we figured out that we would need about like 4 inches or so where this little flap could just tuck there and work perfect, right? So when you do that, you're going to score this at 4 inches and then 4 1/8. And I will show you. I'm going to grab my stylus tool that's attached here. So we're going to do it 4 inches and 4 1/8 inches, which is right next to it. It just gives a teeny tiny little score mark there. I'm going to take the board off of my desk area and make some room for us. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna use your fingers first, and you're gonna go down, and then you're gonna do the other mark, which is really close, okay? And I use my fingers first rather than the bone folder to just get it nice and creased. It is thick, it's an envelope, and it's 2-ply, right? It's on the other side is some thickness, so you just want to kind of get that going, and then you can use your bone folder. So once you've set it up, you can then grab there and then do your next score mark, and let's get that one corner. There we go, and score this piece. All right, so there is our score mark, and we have, see how tiny that is? It's like a little bitty, but it leaves room for you to put that gift card in there and all that fun stuff. So this is what it looks like on the outside. Let's go ahead and work on the inside since we're working on the envelope. So on the inside, I chose to put a liner. I didn't want that little flowery piece since I was doing something baseball related and I didn't want the white. So this is what I'm going to show you. We're going to take this and we're going to lay it right along this edge, and I'm going to flip it over to this side, and I'm going to line it up as close to the top as I can, and I'm going to use my pencil, and I am going to outline this. Then I'm going to come in with my paper snips, and I am going to cut along this line. Okay, so I'm going to cut that away. Now I'm going to bring in my silicone mat, and I'm going to put some adhesive. And I'm going to open this envelope, and I'm going to flip this over as best I can, trying not to get glue on myself because, you know, that's always the ultimate goal, isn't it? And we're going to slide this into the envelope. And then, oh, we don't want to go that far. Come back. Okay. You're going to line that up with what you just cut out and slide that in. Then you can take your bone folder, slide it to your card, to your envelope, and spread that open. Make sure that, like me, if you made a mess on the inside, that you rub that adhesive off, or what I'm going to do is grab a piece of scrap paper. Let me cut it. I always have scrap paper on my desk. And let's get it the right size. And I'm going to use the scrap paper, and I'm going to slide it in there, and I'm going to stick it down to that piece that may or may not have glue on it. I don't know, but it's not going to hurt anything to be in there, and no one's even going to see it. It looks like I might have some on the front too, so let's put another piece. And that's what you can do when you make mistakes, you know, you just fix them. That's all you can do, right? So we'll press that into place. All right, so now we have this really fun little section where you can slide your piece into. So let's close that back. I just wanted to work on the envelope. So now you can see this is the score mark that came with the envelope. You need to rescore it because you just put a piece on top of there. So there it is. That's what we have so far. Let's start with the front, okay? We are going to take a piece of this gorgeous wood grained paper, and this is going to be glued right here. Isn't this pretty? This is what's on the other side, the tickets and the different parts and pieces that you can die cut out with that. But you get 2 sheets of every paper, so do not fear that you're going to be using this piece. So we're going to go ahead and put some adhesive on the back. You can also use our seal adhesive. I am trying to finish up this tube of wet glue, so I'm going to try and use it today and see if by the end of my recordings, I have used it up and can move on to something else. All right, so we are going to put that down just like that. Isn't that pretty? So this one says celebrate. This one we're going to put all-star. Isn't that a neat banner? So I've cut that also out of the designer series paper. This was cut out of our ticket right here, this big ticket, and it is this piece right here. So I'm going to trim it, but I do want it to look like it came from the tickets. So even though I'm trimming it on there, I'm not trimming all of that away. I do want it to look jagged on that end, okay? So we'll trim that off, and let's go ahead and stamp that with happy birthday. So I'm going to grab my happy birthday stamp, and we're gonna do it in Poppy Parade. So I'll just put that right in the middle there. Happy birthday! We're going to use our splatter stamp, and we're going to use Evening Evergreen. And we're going to grab a little piece of scrap paper because I don't want to get it on my mat. We're going to stamp right here on this corner and another splatter down there. That looks pretty cool. All right, let's clean these stamps, guys. You know, I'm really good about cleaning my stamps right away. Okay, so that was from the stamp set. We're making this a birthday gift card holder. So now that we have that piece and this piece, let's put some dimensionals on the back. So I am trying to finish up all these dimensionals. I have all these sides and pieces. So I'm going to use all of these up today, because when you stamp, and as much as I do, you end up with a lot of dimensional pieces. So I'm going to use these. I'm going to trim these edges. And then I can use them. Don't let them go to waste. So we're going to put some back here. We're going to put this one. Let's put another one. And another one. And maybe one more. So that's there. And then on this one, we'll put two. One on each side. Okay. Let's move these out of the camera. And let's start adhering. So to adhere them, I like to use my Take Your Pick tool. Use the pointy end. And pull the backs off. I love that they all get stuck to the point of the Take Your Pick tool, and then you can throw them in the trash and they don't end up on your craft room floor. Okay, so let's put this across here. Oh, that's so cute. And then we'll put happy birthday. So there is the front. We're going to put some stars. We'll do that at the end, okay? So now we're going to open. So when we open to the inside, we're going to have a piece over here that has our really cool star paper. This side is going to get our home run. We're going to get all of these elements. So these are our two pieces that we are going to glue in here. So for the outside, the piece of designer series paper that I used is 3 1/4 by 3 5/8. It's this blue background, okay? That's the size of that piece. And then I used just scraps of the designer series paper and scraps of cardstock here for the die cut pieces. Now for the inside, on the right side, this piece here is 4 inches by 3 5/8. And this piece is 3 5/8 by 3 5/8. So I'm going to place this one right here in the center. And I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, I'm trying to use up this wet adhesive. So we will use it. And we'll put it on the left side. And it covers up, so it doesn't really even look like it's an envelope because you cover that flap. And now this one's going to go on this side. And you could use the star or the baseball paper side. I am using the star side. But either one of these can be used. And again, this piece is 4 inches by 3 5/8. And so I'm gonna line it up on this side here. All right. And so those are my 2 bases. So let's just go ahead and attach the home run label. This is from the tickets. I also cut it out of the dies. I'm gonna just bring the dies out here so that you guys can reference when I'm using pieces. I'm gonna put it here in the corner. Hopefully you guys can see where they came from. So this is one of the ticket dies. It's this one right here, and it cuts the designer series paper out perfectly. So this one here is the large ticket die, and I have run it through our beautiful stripes and splatters. I used the stripes this time, and I wanted that stripe on there. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that piece down. I'm going to use the wet glue again. I especially like to use wet glue when I do use the embossing folders, because all those little nooks and crannies, the wet glue is really the best adhesive to adhere that piece down. So this one's just going to kind of go across here. Just make sure that you are on your piece and that it can still fold. All right, we're going to attach our play ball, our ticket. That's going to go here. We have this awesome little row right here. These are what they're cut from, see? So let's do this one first. Oh, I love these baby tickets. They're so cute. Let's put these guys across like this. Oh my gosh, this is such a cute set. Let's add our play ball ticket. And again, this is from the designer series paper. It's a gorgeous designer series paper. It's still available till June the 30th. All right, so let's put that across. Then we have our Game 7 ticket. That one's gonna go here. Ooh, I'm getting close to running out, guys. I hope I run out. When it gets low like this, it's hard to use it, I think. So I always hope that it runs out soon. I know that's silly, but I do. All right, so we're gonna put that right there. Whoops, I don't want it straight, I want it angled. So let's make sure we cover some of that glue that I just smushed around here. Perfect. You can use your glue eraser if you get too much glue on something. I just couldn't use it on the inside of my envelope because I couldn't fit it in there, but if you do it on the surface. So there are those pieces. It's coming together quite nicely. So now we need to do our insert, okay? Let me close this and pull this out so you guys can see. So here's our insert. So it is a piece of 3.5 by 5 1/4, and it needs to be scored 1 inch. So I'm gonna bring the Simply Score back out, and I'm gonna score it 1 inch. Okay. And that little 1 inch piece becomes our flap. Okay, so there it is. And we gotta color it. We gotta put something here, right? Make it pretty. So I'm gonna use this little catcher piece. I think that looks really good, all the baseball equipment. And then I'm gonna put the baseball diamonds on this side instead of the pinstripe. What do you guys think? Should I do the pinstripe? Yeah, I like the pinstripe. I think I'm liking this. So I'm gonna go with the pinstripe maybe. What do you think? Let's do pinstripe. All right. So we will put some glue on the diamonds, baseball diamonds, and we're gonna use the pinstripe because it did look really cool with that baseball gear, didn't it? All right. Let's glue this one in first. And this one, we're gonna line it up on this end because the other end is gonna be covered with our flap. No one will see it. Oh, that looks amazing. I'm so glad we did that instead of the diamonds. So let's use this. I love all of this paper. It's so pretty. Stampin' Up! Has such gorgeous designer series paper. They really do a beautiful job in designing the paper. And there's always so many options. I'm gonna use my tweezers here because this is a small piece and I don't want glue on my fingers. So we're gonna put the baseball equipment on this side. Yeah, that looks super awesome. With our gift card in there, it's going to be even better. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue on both these ends of the flap. And that way, when I press it down, it will still hold the card. I'm just going to hold it for a second to get it to really grab. All right. And that way you have a place to slide your card in. So now we're going to work on this end right here. Looks like I might need to change the blade in my trimmer. It's not really liking this paper. I have to get it nice and smooth. Okay, so let's use our handheld 1/8 of an inch circle punch right there. And we are going to use, I'll use this, the green. It comes in 3 colors. You get the red and white, the blue, and the green. Let's use some green because we have a lot of blue on there. So I'm gonna fold it in half. I wanted it to be a double pull. So then I'm gonna fold it in half again, and then this becomes my loop, okay? So I'm gonna put this loop through that little tiny hole. I know I can do it. So I'm gonna grab that from the other side. And then I'm going to open both of those loops together. And I'm going to put it through and pull. And now that loop that's on this side, I'm going to use my scissors and I'm going to trim it. I want it to just dangle. It's a really fun piece to pull our gift card out. So see, here's our gift card, and we can just slide it in and out. Let's put this one in here, in the one that it came from. Again, I flip this over, this here. We're gonna put our ribbon around. Oh my goodness, I just realized that I glued that down before I did that. But it's okay, guys. You know, life is too short to get stressed out. So we're gonna place this piece on the inside. And we're just gonna have to put the twine underneath this banner. It'll be fine. So what we want to do, this is 42 inches of twine. And so I'm gonna fold it in half here, and I'm gonna grab my ends. And I'm gonna actually take this looped end and I'm gonna try and slide it if I can. We'll see how well I do. We're gonna try and slide it underneath or through here. Let's see if I can get it through without sliding it underneath. Okay, I just have to slide it under that dimensional. So let's see if we can do this. Just bear with me, guys. I'm sorry that I glued this down. Like, I was just so excited to show you how to do it. Let's use my scissor and we'll push it through. Right, come on. Come on now. Get in there. Oh, I have it. I can see it moving. There we go. Okay. Let's make sure these two ends are even. All right, so that's gonna go there now. See, it's still gonna be there. It's just not gonna be underneath, but no one will know that I didn't intend to do that, right? How are they gonna know? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a mini dimensional and I'm going to take the backing off both sides, and I'm gonna adhere that to hold this twine in place once I have it even. Okay, there we go, we're even now. So I'm gonna adhere that down underneath, and it will hold that twine in place, and no one will be the wiser, okay, that it wasn't supposed to be there. Okay, so this is what I do with this piece. So I'm gonna flap this in, then I'm gonna bring this flap over, and then this piece will come here, and this piece will come here, and we are going to tie this, and I may have to put a little, maybe a glue dot, but I'm gonna tie this really pretty. I might have to use a glue dot on the twine underneath there instead of a mini dimensional. but we'll fix it. The good thing is when I make these mistakes on camera and on these videos, instead of editing them out like so many people do, this is real life crafting, real life paper crafting. So you get to see the mistakes and then you get to learn what to do when you make them yourself, right? All right, so let's make our bow nice and pretty. Just kind of twist it around until we get it. Now this end here, remember it was looped, but we're gonna trim that. Like so. And let's get rid of that mini glue dot. I don't think it's strong enough. So let's get, the mini dimensional. Let's use the mini glue dot. So those come on a roll. Grabbing one out of my drawer here. Wasn't planning on using these. And you are gonna grab this dot right here. And we're gonna place it down. And then we're gonna stick that twine to it, and then that way it will hold it in place. Now this bow is looking scary, isn't it? Let's retie this bow. I don't really like how it's looking, so I'm gonna pull it this way. And let's loop it. There we go. Much better bow. So now when I pull on this to shorten it, it'll be much prettier. There we go. So here is this one. Let's tie the other one. And then we'll put our stars on the front. And then we'll be done. Guys, I love how this one turned out in the green. What do you guys think? I used the gray for the other one, but I think the green is just as pretty. So you have white, green, and gray in the package, so you get to do some fun things. Yeah, there we go. There's our bows. Let's move some of this junk out of the way here. All right, so let's put our stars on. So they come in 4 colors. I think I'm gonna use yellow today. And maybe a green one. So I'm gonna grab the putty end of my take your pick tool, and I always like to reshape the putty there. And so let's put one down here, and let's put one up here. And let's put a small one with it. Let's put a group. No, I think I want to use another large one. I'm going to use a green one. Oh yeah, the green looks awesome. Okay, so there are our stars. I did them a little different, but you can do them any way you feel. Whatever inspires you when you are crafting. That's what I go with. I usually just go with whatever moves me. So I hope that you enjoyed these projects. Again, I used the Your Biggest Fan bundle to make them. And I certainly had fun with you. I hope that you will watch again, share my videos with people that you think might be interested, and help me grow my channel, guys. Give me some comments, some thumbs up. Linked in the description below are all the products that I used today, as well as my website where I do blog on a daily basis. So definitely check me out, share my videos, comment, like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it till the end, I greatly appreciate you. Let me know if there's anything else you need, and I appreciate your time, guys. Have an awesome day. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping.